Hey all, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking Channel. I am Darren, and today I'm going to do something that I haven't cooked in a long time, and I've never cooked at Sous Vide. I'm going to do a pork belly porchetta, but I'm going to do it my way. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, guys, I said I'm going to do this my way, and I mean it. I've watched a few videos on people doing porchetta, sous vide. There's a few other videos out there on YouTube, and I'm actually going to take a little bit of some of the other videos that I've seen, just little pieces from here and there. I'm not going to copy anybody's particular recipe, but I'm going to kind of mix it with what I've done in the past and what I've seen on some other recipes. Unfortunately, this particular pork belly, when you get them from Sam's Club or Costco, usually they do not have the skin on them. They just have the fat cap. So I am going to score that pretty well on the inside, and we're going to go through that. But first, let me get it out of the package, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. All right, guys, I'm back, and I got everything I think ready that I'm going to need here. I got my dry ingredients. I'm not using any fresh herbs today. You can use fresh herbs. That's just a personal preference. I'm using all dried herbs. I've got some sage. I've got some rosemary, thyme, and I'm using some of the Runnin wild lemon pepper, and I'm mixing that with the Heaven Made Products. It's Incredible. That's a real heavy garlic and onion based seasoning. So that's going to have our garlic accent. You can use just granulated garlic, or you can use fresh garlic if you want, minced or what have you. And I got about 1/3 cup of olive oil that we're going to mix all those in. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare the pork belly for what I want to do. I'm going to leave the skin or the fat cap the way it is, but I am going to go ahead and score the inside. And like I told you, I'm going to kind of go maybe about 1/4 to 1/2 inch in. And I'm going to do diamond pattern, so I'm going to do kind of at an angle this way, about 1 inch apart. And we're not going all the way through. We're just going to go maybe a little over 1/4 of the way through. And the reason is I just kind of want to be able to, when I'm putting the seasonings on, I want it to kind of go into the meat more. And when it's cooking in the sous vide, it's going to get inside that meat. So just make sure you have a real sharp knife. Just go ahead and just do in one direction, and then we're going to go the other direction. So I'm not going to bore you with all that, but I'll be right back with the finished product. All right, I wanted to get you a little closer to the action here. Just kind of see how I cut it in the diamond pattern. It doesn't have to be really deep. Like I said, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. You just don't want it to go all the way through. And all we're doing is opening this up on the inside so we can get some of these seasonings involved deep into the meat. So I'm going to take my lemon pepper and its Incredible mix. I'm going to dump it right into my olive oil. We're going to make a little paste out of this. Take my thyme, rosemary, my sage, and I am going to put just a little bit of salt in there, because the Heaven Made Products, It's Incredible, it's not very salty. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt in here. We do have that lemon pepper, so that's going to be our pepper. And we've got this little paste going here. As you can see, that's what we're going to use, especially on the inside here, is what's going to be our seasoning. So that's it. Got it all mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and just rub it in here. You can take a spoon. You can use your hands if it makes it easier for you. I'm just going to kind of rub it, let it get deep into the crevices, which I might just do right here. Just kind of sprinkle a little bit more with It's Incredible on. A little bit more of the lemon pepper. I think that'll be okay for now. All right, I'm gonna get this wrapped up. I'll be right back, show you how we're gonna do that. All right, guys, now it's time for us to roll this up. We're gonna roll it the long ways, and we're gonna roll it as tight as we can and as straight as we can, because we want this to be as uniform as we can when we're putting it in the bag and on the joetisserie. So make sure you get it nice and tight. Don't worry about if any of the oil or seasonings come out. Take a piece of your butcher's twine, and you're going to want to make it about 7 or 8 inches so that we can get a nice tight knot on here. Just make sure you're covering the whole entire piece. Do both ends, get nice and tight on each end, and you can put 3 or 4 more pieces in the middle to make it as uniform as possible. Then we're going to go ahead and re-season it with some more of the Heaven Made products. It's incredible. Just do a nice uniform seasoning all around, and then we're going to do the same thing with the Runnin Wild lemon pepper, and that's it. And we're going to make sure that we get it nice and seasoned, and we're going to put it in our sous vide bag and get it cooking. Well, all right, guys, it's been about 24 hours, and I got the pork porchetta out of the bath. There was a lot of fat in there, a lot of juice. So I probably think you lost about a pound of weight on it. So I am going to actually put it on the spit here, try to put it through as even as I can, so that we can have a even turn when we get it out there on the grill. Looks like that's about it. And I'm going to put a little bit more of the seasoning on. It does smell awesome. But I'm going to put just a little bit more before we stick it on the Kamado Joe on the Joetisserie. And remember, this fat on the outside, I'm hoping will get nice and crispy. All right, I'm going to take it out on the Joetisserie and get it spinning. I'll be right back. All right, my fire's ready, my pork's ready, I'm ready. I'm going to go ahead and get this on the rotisserie. I threw a big piece of pecan wood in there, so that's what's going to be for our smoke today. All right, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes after this starts to crisp up some. Well, it's been about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to lift it up, see how we're looking. It's still right there at about 350. Looking pretty good so far. Starting to get a little color to it. Smell the pecan. You see some of the fat starting to crisp up there. All right, let's take another look here. It's been another 10 or so minutes. It's starting to look really good. Check that out, guys. Starting to get some color. The fat's starting to render. Starting to crisp up. Smells good too. Like pecan's coming through. All right, guys, I think it's time to take this baby off. It is smelling absolutely fantastic. I think it's looking absolutely fantastic. Check that out. Look at all that fat bubbling. I think she's ready for us to carve into her. I'll be back when we're carving it up. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I made my little Asian sauce that I made last time with a little teriyaki, soy, mayonnaise, mustard powder, allspice, little ginger, and that tastes pretty good. But if you look at this is what the star of the show is going to be right here. Thin end here, the smaller end. Man, this smells absolutely fantastic. Check that out. Slice another one. It goes right through it, that knife. It's very, very tender. You can smell the rosemary, the thyme, the garlic. Check that out. Oh, piece came off, so I get to taste this one. I'm gonna taste that. Take a look at that, guys. Smoking. It's got a little bit of color to it. You can smell all those spices. Wow. Melts in your mouth. So tender. See how tender that is. There's that little fork, I can take it. Try to taste that with all the crispy colors to it. Man, that is amazing. I don't even think I need that sauce. You need to try it. If you get one of those nice pork bellies from Costco, do this recipe. Tastes amazing. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us on our Facebook group. Make sure you like, subscribe. Follow us on our next video. And I'll see you again. Thanks, guys.